That's fresh.
We're going to bring on our next inventor today, someone that I'm really excited to have here. And I got so excited when we asked all of these inventors to send us these like selfie videos. And when I got this guy's video back, I was like blown away. I'm like, man, I have to just know this guy. I'm going to have to go to Nashville, have a drink with him, probably some whiskey. I think he knows a thing or two about that as we go. But Kevin Magman, so excited to have you here. Tell us a little bit about the TickPick story and why this is such a really cool product that you wanted to get behind and really bring into the world.
Yeah, man. So for us, one of my partners, his name's Jacob Lyda. We write a lot of songs together and play shows together. And he had made this guitar pick with a great grip on it. And then he kept telling me about his guitar pick with the grip, you know, and I've grown up playing guitar and I play for a living and tour and write songs for a living. And he knew I had just started a whiskey company. So he knew I was starting to get into this entrepreneurial side of myself. And he one day in the writing room, he said, man, look at my guitar pick. So he finally got me to look at it and I felt it. And I said, man, I said, this is nice. I said, it's cool, man. And then he goes, now stick it to your guitar. And I said, huh? He said, put it on your guitar. And when I put it on my guitar, I was like, I have to be a part of this. I said, I have to be a part of this. And he said, well, come on in, buddy. It's just me. So I had a private gig up in the Hamptons and my layover was in Philly. And I said, I got a guy in Philly who sells waterproof bags on Amazon. Let me go meet him and see if he's in. If he's in, I'm in, you're in, let's go. So I stopped in Philly. I showed my buddy, Nick Nowak, who you guys saw on Shark Tank. And he said, give me a week. And he spent a week with our patent attorney looking to see if we could do this. And the patent attorney said, green light, go. And then that was back in the end of 2021 is when we started TickPick. And it's a celluloid pick with the best grip on the market on it. But the blessing is you never lose it. I've had the same guitar picks for 18 months. For a guitar player, that's unheard of. That doesn't happen.
So cool. And I hope my dad and my brother aren't watching because they're definitely getting that for Christmas.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I'm so excited about it. Now, I am not a musician. I have to ask you a question. So, because I see that there's the different kinds of picks, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. In one song, and I know this is, I probably sound very naive here, but I just have to ask. So in one given song, do you use different picks for different sounds?
No, ma'am. So our guitar picks have 3 gauges. So first off, they come in this is the cool thing. They come in a really nice black carrying case. Okay. I have this here, and then I have, when you open it up, you get 6 picks with that. So it's kind of like a little guitar case that holds your 6 picks. So we have a light gauge, a medium gauge, and a heavy gauge, and that's normal for guitar picks. The light gauge is just a little bit thinner. It bends a little bit more. Medium's a little bit stronger. That's what I have right now that I have. And then the heavy gauge, that's our yellow tick. So it's the white are light, the mediums are red. They have the red tick on them. And then the yellow are heavy. It's just a heavier pick. So for guitar players, the heavier, like I like a heavy pick. So I use the yellow tick picks. I'm a bluegrasser. Grew up picking. And I like light gauge strings. But, you know, everyone has their preference. But we sell them in a 6-pack of lights, a 6-pack of mediums, and a 6-pack of heavy. But we have the multi-pack where you get 2 of each. And that's our biggest seller. You know, people who buy them as gifts for the musician in their family, for the guitar player in their family, you know, they seem to go for the, you know, to get 2 of each. And then what we see is that guitar player knows what he likes or she likes, and they come back and they order, well, hey, you know, my mom or my grandma got me this, but I want a 6-pack of red, you know, the mediums, because that's the style I play. But no, ma'am, that when you're in the middle of a song, you're not switching from lights to medium to heavies. It's usually people have their preference. You know, they like steak or salmon. I'm a steak guy. I like that heavy pick. So
personal preference. Good. Now I know. Thank you.
Yes,
I love that. Now, I'd love to hear, like, I know you're out. I think we were talking before. You were just like in Alaska. You're going here. You're going all these different places. Like, any just fun stories from other musicians though that you've heard that are using TickPick? Any just fun? I'm sure you guys hear from all kinds of musicians. You're giving them to everybody. Like, any cool stories from musicians that just absolutely love the TickPick?
Oh, yeah, man. Like a bunch of my buddies down here, like one story that stuck out when we made it, my buddy Rob Snyder has written a bunch of songs for Luke Combs. And they were playing. Luke had brought people out to the songwriters to the Grand Ole Opry to play the hits with him, and I'll never forget. Rob dropped his pick on the stage in the middle of his song, and it was terrifying for him. So when Jacob showed me this, I was like, Rob, I got what you need, buddy. Like I was thinking about you. So I have those guys, the guys who love it because it stays on their guitar because they're professional musicians. You got, like we co-branded with the Grand Ole Opry because I have friends there when we started out, and it was so cool around the holidays watching, the grandmothers come up and hand me 1,000, 10, $100 bills, and I was like, give me all these. These are stocking stuffers. Give them to me. She was so excited. But I'll tell you, the kicker, man, is, and it pulls at your heartstrings. And I ain't meaning to do it, but we are getting so many messages from people who are blind, who can't ever find their pick, and it's been, they love playing guitar, but they get their guitar, but it's been hard for them to keep a hold of a pick. Hell, it's hard for me to keep a hold of one. And man, those stories in the same man, and they're like, thank you. Like, I love the way it feels in my hands, and it's always there. We weren't expecting that. And so when those emails started coming in, people with MS, people who had certain disabilities that haven't been able to play guitar for a while, like our partners, like we're just a bunch of buddies who like picking guitars and writing country songs. And we looked at each other and we were like, we were not expecting that. And it was so just motivating to see, and made our hearts feel good. And I promise you, we were just like, we didn't know, because we were just like, Desiree, we were just, kind of plugging along, and then the opportunity to be Shark Tank came on, and the power of what that does, and of course being partnered with Mark, and it just got into such a diverse group of people's hands that everyone I call it the infestation of ticks, man, of TickPicks. We're just spreading throughout the world, man. It's just like the feedback has been such a blessing to see. It's just so positive, and music is positive and makes people feel good. So a little bit less arguing and more jamming and singing and drinking whiskey. I think everyone should do that.
I love that story. And speaking of jamming and singing, I would love for you to play something for us.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just a little something.
Hey, I'll tell you what, just because we were talking about it earlier, I got a whiskey coming out in Nashville in March. And it's named after my grandmother, Elsie Marshall. She was the shotgun granny. And she taught me and my brother to shoot 12-gauge shotguns. And I love the women in my life. I love my wife, my mama. I love my grandma and my dog. And so I wrote this song. We got 300 barrels of Tennessee whiskey about to come out here in March. So we're going to be drinking and picking. So I'll sing you the chorus to that song real quick. So yeah, when Granny drinks whiskey, we all drink whiskey, 'cause Granny don't drink no beer. When Granny drinks whiskey, we all drink whiskey, so we're all drinking whiskey around here.
Love it.
That's for you.
Greg, question for you based on that. I've actually wondered this. Are we allowed to sell whiskey on the Grommet?
There's always exceptions. Exceptions, especially for good people like Kevin Mack.
You can run from the law. You just got to be quicker than that.
Hey, we got one question. I love this because it came from the chat. And make sure you guys are using the chat. But this is a great one. Candy and Leanna both asked, Candy said, what kind of sorcery is in the adhesive that it doesn't actually leave marks on the guitar? Right? Like,
so
that's obviously a big one, right?
Yeah. So what it is, and that's a big thing to state, like, because, for instance, this guitar that I'm playing, they didn't show it on Shark Tank, but Kevin O'Leary asked me that because he's a guitar player.
Right.
And so my wife had bought me this guitar for Shark Tank, because I always buy and sell guitars. And she was like, I'm going to buy this so you play it and you don't sell it. So I'm stuck with this one. I love it, though. But this is a $3,000 D18 Martin guitar. You know what it is. And so this guitar, I wouldn't, I tell guitar pickers all the time, I'm like, dude, like, it doesn't leave any stickiness, any residue. And what it is it's thousands and thousands of micro suction cups. So it's not a stickiness. It's not a foam. It's just thousands of little suction cups that make it stick like that. And I tell people the best way to describe the guitar pick, the way that I can describe it in my, Nashville ways, is it's got a memory foam. It feels like memory foam. The grip does. It's very comfortable, and it sticks like a magnet. So how a magnet would stick to a refrigerator, that's how it sticks. and it feels just like you're sleeping on a nice pillow top mattress.
I love that. Guys, that QR code, well, I guess it's here tonight. I'm used to doing it here when I'm on. It's right here. Hit that QR code, take out your phone, get the camera app, snap a picture. It's going to take you right to the TickPick page on Grommet, where you can get 20% off and the best stocking stuffer you could possibly get to the guitar player in your family, whether you're getting them a guitar, and this is a great accessory, if they are a guitar player. Kevin, Mac, man, this is so much fun. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of Mark Cuban's top gift picks, my friend.
Hey, God bless y'all. Thank you for having me, especially the kids. If you're getting your kids a guitar for Christmas, make sure you give them a pack of TickPicks. They'll love it.